In this video, you'll be learning how to create Boolean expressions that can be used in if statements and how to complete Guided Practice 3A. To get us started, I've already created a new project in NetBeans called it Guided Practice 3A. I've also imported the scanner class as well. So we'll come down in here to our main method, create a couple of ints, x and y. And then also create an instance of the scanner class so that we can take input. So we've got a scanner object in, which is an instance of a new scanner class, and now we'll go ahead and create our prompt here for the user. Enter two numbers. We'll assign x the first input, and y the second input. And then we'll create a Boolean variable called result. And we'll make that equal to the result of evaluating whether x is less than y or not. And then we'll output that result. Would help if we could spell Boolean correctly. There we go. So let's go ahead and run this. So we'll go ahead and enter 3 for x and 4 for y, and you can see that that expression, x less than y, evaluates to true because that's now the value that is stored in our Boolean variable result. Remember, that's what we're printing out here to the console. Let's run it again. This time we'll make x greater than y. So x is 4, y is 3. Now you can see that the result is storing the value of false. So x is less than y. That's the expression. The result of evaluating that expression is being assigned to that Boolean variable named result. Next, let's change it up a little bit here. Let's create an if clause where we evaluate result to see if it compares to true. So let's change then the output to the console to read x is less than y. Let's go ahead and run that. Let's put in x is 3, y is 4, and see we do get that output, x is less than y. If we run it again and we reverse it, make x 4, y 3, we get no output because this statement here gets skipped if this evaluation here is not true. If result does not compare to true. And actually a simpler way to do this is just get rid of this comparison here totally. Because as we saw just a moment ago, result, the variable, which is a Boolean data type, is being stored the value of true or false depending on how this expression evaluates. So the actual value, true or false now, is going to be represented by this variable result. So let's go ahead and run it. Let's make 3x, 4 for y, x is less than y. Run it again. 4 for x, 3 for y, and this time it skips this line completely because result is not true. So the only time that statement runs is if result is true. So let's change this up a bit now. Let's actually put the expression right into the if clause here. So x less than y. And then we'll handle the case where x is not less than y. We'll just create an else and put a statement in there. That y is less than x. So this will be the statement that runs when x is not less than y. So we'll go ahead and run that. 3 for x, 4 for y, x is less than y. Run it again. This time 4 for x, 3 for y, y is less than x. So if evaluates expression, if it's true, this statement is run. If it's false, then this statement is run. Now this doesn't allow for the case where x and y are equal. So let's change it up here a little bit. Let's make this an else if. And up here we'll make a new if clause of x compares to y. And in that case, we'll want our output to the console to read that x is equal to y. So if x compares to y, it will read equals x is equal to y. If x is less than y, it'll read x is less than y. Or the very final one, the all else, the catch-all, if x is not less than y or equal to y, then y must be less than x. So we'll go ahead and run that, test all three scenarios here, 3 and 4. So x is less than y. 4 and 3, so y is less than x. And now we'll make them both 3, so x is equal to y. So I hope that helps you to understand how Boolean expressions work and how we can use Boolean expressions then to set up conditions in our if and else if clauses. And this is the code then I want you to write for Guided Practice 3A. Until next time, happy coding.